taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So today's reading, we are finding out what goddess energy is currently at work in your life and what she is helping or working to bring into your life. I do also want to say that whatever goddess energies come up in you guys' reading, because I did pull from a couple of different goddess oracle decks to try and narrow down who these goddesses could be or what their energy might be like. So do research on whatever goddesses come up in your reading, because you may find that you resonate with them. And if you do, it's just further confirmation that they are totally at work in your life. But if not, there could still be other goddess energies that are at work in your life that just didn't come up in their reading, or they didn't identify themselves in your reading. So don't think that these goddess energies are just limited to whatever pops up in your pile. But basically, we're looking into even more than just their identity. We're pulling some messages from them and just seeing what they're trying to help you through or what they're trying to bring into your life. So you guys may be drawn to more than one pile today, or maybe even all the piles. Of course, go off of your own intuition and what it is that you are feeling. But other than that, I pray that you guys have been doing really good. Over on Patreon, we have been really looking into diving into different readings where I just allow spirit to kind of take over and channel messages to us, anything that we need to hear right now. And that's kind of where the inspiration for this reading came through, is I really wanted to tap into divine feminine goddess-like energy. And so, yeah, that's what we're looking into today. And also, if there's any sort of readings, suggestions for like a pick a card reading that you guys would like for me to do, leave it down in the comments and I will try to pick the reading that you guys suggested the most. Now I'm going to show you guys the different oracle decks that I was using in today's reading, since you guys are always asking where I got my oracle cards from. So the first oracle card that I'm using is the Soul's Journey Lesson cards by James Van Praagh, I believe. The next oracle deck that I pull from is the Terra Key, I think, Goddess Oracle. The next oracle card that I pull from is the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck by Abiola Abrams, I believe. And the final oracle deck that I pull from today is the Odyssey Oracle, and this is by the Threads of Fate. Today, other than that, let's just jump straight into the disclaimers and the meditation. So obviously, this is a general reading, meaning that it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate your life. If you hear something that you do not like or agree with and think that you were just fixed to that reality, then you are not using my readings correctly. I conduct these readings for confirmation and not answers. So if you hear something for the first time, please do not take that message without receiving further confirmation from your own higher self and spiritual team. Realize at the end of the day that you have the final say with your destiny. Your free will is your power, and what you choose to do with it will determine your life outcomes, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So please be responsible and accountable for your own actions, and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages your own spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. If you would like to participate in this meditation, this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye, not your physical ones, I will be offering a 60-second meditation. Halfway into that meditation, I will be placing crystals for my clairvoyants that like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you're drawn to another pile, that's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you're ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet and working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds, hold that breath for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, the universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self so you can receive confirming messages as to the goddess energy at work in your life. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So the very first pendulum that we have on pile 1 is this opalite pendulum. The next pendulum that we have on pile 2 is this copper pendulum. On pile 3, we have this obsidian pendulum. On pile 4 is this aquamarine pendulum. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards, and I'll be pulling some additional oracle cards to check out what goddess is at work in your life right now, and also what they are working to bring in to your life right now. So let's get started. The very first tarot card that we have for you is the 9 of Cups. Then we have the Death card in reverse. And then we have the Lovers underneath the deck, but I have to cover this up because YouTube does not tolerate any sort of nudity or nude images, but we have the Lovers for you. Okay, first off, pile 1, definitely more happiness is coming into your life with the 9 of Cups over here. And it is one of the most personally fulfilled cards in tarot, but also with the 9 of Cups here is there's like a cluster of manifestations that kind of come in all at once, or one right after another, like back to back with this 9 of Cups. Also with Death in reverse, I'm hearing power over death, which means power over change, which we cannot control death at all or change most of the time. But what I'm picking up is power over change, meaning you take control over how you view some sort of major life change coming into your life. And we're gonna definitely look into exactly which goddess is really at work in your life right now with the oracle cards. If I get any sort of feelings or any sort of like vibe as to like their presence, I'll mention that. But yeah, there's some sort of major life change coming into you guys' life pretty soon. And it's sort of like you decide for yourself what you make out of this experience, because death in tarot, depending on what you are reading for, is not always literal. Death talks about permanent change, the types of transformations that we in our life cannot come back from. We are forever changed. And while we don't have a say in many of the changes that we experience, we can decide how we move through them, if we learn anything from them or not. And as resourceful co-collaborators with Source or the universe, we can change or alchemize our circumstances. And it's like I can take situation X and make Y out of it. So there's essentially more control coming into your life, pile one, especially for those of you that have felt like life has been happening to you for a long time. And if that's the case, I wouldn't be shocked if you have like a lot of Capricorn energy in your chart, or if you've been working your way through like a Saturn return. But both of your cards, actually all of them, talk about control in some way. The Nine of Cups is the card of seeing the glass half full versus half empty. If Death upright is about permanent change, then in reverse, it's about resisting change. And the Lovers was originally called the card of choice. So there's a repeating theme about personal authority and being in charge of your life or autonomy. And another thing that is coming in more than you are used to is Death in reverse. And Death in reverse, it represents many things. So this is more time. The goddess that is at work in your life right now, they're trying to bring in more time for you, or the energy of resurrection, protection, life, creation, and especially prayers being answered. Because in the Death card, we have this like priest who is here praying or begging Death to turn away. It's safe to assume that Death does not listen. But in reverse, this is talking about prayers, wishes, hopes, dreams that you guys may have gave up on because they seemed fruitless. But there's new life coming to old prayers and pleads that you made to Spirit and the universe. And the Nine of Cups, it only doubled this message because it is the card of wishes being fulfilled. So whatever you buried, pile one, expect that to be revived. And with Lovers underneath the deck, this could definitely be alluding to my pile ones in a relationship that was failing or on the rocks, or maybe you gave up on it. Whatever you guys abandoned prematurely, let go of, because it didn't seem like there was any hope or chance that something could be saved. And there's more things coming into your life that you didn't know you needed or you didn't know was there. That's another thing that this goddess presence is working on for you. And for example, this would be like you coming across a stray animal, adopting them, and then realizing how much joy was missing from your life. Or this is starting a new job and realizing later how much you needed a fresh start at a new place. Those are just examples, but it's like you don't notice something is missing until after it comes into your life. But I do feel as though the goddess that is at work in your life, or is closely associated to you right now, is definitely a goddess that represents joy on some level. With the Nine of Cups over here, this is a very kind of like jolly card, optimistic card. So I feel like this goddess is closely connected to the spirit of joy as well as love. So this goddess may be, she may be very connected to or seen as like a goddess of beauty or of romance or of attraction, or a goddess that represents really strong chemistry. And maybe she brings in a lot of lovers or something like that into your life. So that's another thing that could be coming into in abundance into your life, is a lot of romantic partners or a lot of lovers or a lot of love offers. Or if you're already in a relationship, then this is you and your partner, having more love experiences. Let's put it like that in case there's like minors around you. But this will be you and your partner maybe having more dates or having more intimacy, having more conversations that creates an even deeper connection for you guys. Also too, there could be some sort of goddess at work in your life that deals with resurrection with the Death card in reverse over here. She maybe deals with life, bringing, giving birth to new life. She also has the ability to turn things around in your life as well. This is also a goddess that some of you that were intuitively drawn to this pile, you connect with this goddess before you do any sort of creative work with the Nine of Cups over here, because the Nine of Cups is a very creative energy. It's ruled by Pisces. So this goddess that is at work in your life or is very closely associated to you, or she could be like a goddess that sort of chose you at birth and will walk your entire life incarnation with you. This is a goddess that she gives you the ability, or she helps increase your creative skills, or she gives you, she maybe channels a lot of visions to your third eye. And so you guys, for those of you that are creatives in this pile, this goddess that's closely connected to you, she lends you a lot of creative energy as well. And so some of you, because of this, she even has helped you guys with your psychic abilities or your ability to see through the veil. And I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of you are psychic mediums here with this Death card over here. For some of you, if you have lost a loved one or lost a lover in your past, they may come to you a lot with this Lovers card and this Death card over here. They may come to you a lot in dreams or in visions, or you may even be able to feel them around you a lot. This could be like a romantic partner that you lost in the past. They have transitioned over, or this could be even just loved ones in general, like maybe a friend or a relative or something like that, someone that you knew, someone that you really cared about that you lost in the past, who maybe they visit you from time to time, and you guys are more than likely aware of it. Maybe you can smell their perfume that they used to wear, or maybe you can sense them or feel them, or you may get these like electric sort of pulses throughout your body when they are around you or enter into your space. They may even send a lot of communication to you. They may visit you in your dreams, and as well too, some of you that maybe you are open to love, but you haven't necessarily met the person just yet. Pay attention to your dreams, because their soul is already visiting you in your dreams with the Nine of Cups over here. And then we have the Lovers over here. So this is someone that visits you as well in your dreams. So this is like a lover or a possible future love connection that you dream about all the time. You dream about from time to time. Maybe you see this person in your dreams. And you're going to know this person when you meet them, because you're already going to be familiar with their spirit, because you have sort of dreamt about them before, and you kind of got familiar with their spirit or their vibration before you guys even ran into each other. And you may notice that they are connected to you as well spiritually before you guys actually physically meet. And again, that is going to be the goddess at work in your life right now. She is also working to bring both of you together, this soulmate of yours together. If you guys are already in a relationship, there is a goddess at work in your life that is working to increase the intimacy and deepen the connection between you and your partner right now as well. Okay, so let's, I want to start grabbing, let's see what this goddess could be working on in your life right now. Okay, so we have here service and then purpose underneath the deck. And so service here says, I feel good when I can help others. And purpose says, I know what I am here to do. So we have service and purpose. So pile one, you guys' purpose has to do a lot with service. And when it comes to your purpose, you're going to notice that it seems as though you are serving other people, or that you are serving a group of people, or that you are serving the collective, that you're doing something in service to other people or to mankind or the collective in general. Many of you in this pile, you may see yourself as a people person. Other people may see you as a people person, for service and purpose to both come out. Because with service especially, again, this is all about being a service to others. So this is about, when you're in service to others, you create a connection to the people that you are serving, or the people that you are helping, or the people that you are assisting and lending a hand to. It's impossible almost to not create a connection there when you're genuinely doing it from your heart and from your soul. And especially if you being of service to others is your life's purpose, then it's going to be basically impossible for you not to connect to those people that you're helping or that you come across. And also too, with purpose over here, I'm also getting a intuitive message where purpose is connected to your Lover's card. It is a part of your life's purpose to experience some sort of really deep connection with this Lover's card over here. And this does not have to be in the form of a romantic partner. It could be, maybe you believe in twin flames or something like that. So this could totally be talking about that. But you guys have a part of your life's purpose is to experience that deep connection. And your life's purpose may also have something to do with healing, spiritual work with this Nine of Cups over here, mediumship work with this Death card over here, or even couples counseling, couples therapy. And your purpose may also be tied to your partner in a way where both of you guys' purpose is something that you guys have in common. It could be a purpose that both of you are working together. Like maybe let's just say, for example, that if you are somebody that, you know, does couples therapy for work, your partner may also do that for work or something like that. Maybe you guys, I don't know if that's like a thing. I don't know if that's a thing, if like couples can give couples counseling. Just an example, but you may notice that you and your partner share a purpose together too, with this Lover's card and purpose coming out over here. But this goddess that is at work in your life, she is really working on making your purpose a higher priority in your life right now for this purpose card to come out. And this service card is almost like double-ended in the sense that this goddess that's at work in your life, she's almost saying that she's in service to you as well with the service card right here, and that you are also in service to her. By you working your life's purpose, you're also serving her, and there's like a exchange here between you and this goddess that is at work in your life right now. So it's really interesting how it's almost like this symbiotic exchange, or it's like you guys are just really connected when it comes to your talents, your skills, your life purpose. And again, it's like she's serving you, and by you doing your life's purpose, you're also serving her. So let's start looking into, let's see if we can get a couple of goddess cards here to kind of see if we can nail down who this goddess might be in your life. Okay, so the card we have here is Persephone, Dark Light. It says harmony exists only with contrast. Dark and light. And this sounds a lot like your Death card right here. Death card with your Nine of Cups. Because like I said, Nine of Cups is a very like jolly, joyful energy. And then you have the Death card, which is kind of like it's a dark card, but not in a negative way, not in a bad way. But it says harmony exists only with contrast. So with harmony existing only with contrast, this is sort of like saying that light can only exist with the dark, or dark can only exist with the light. Like they need each other, that yin yang sort of idea, that two extremes, or it talks about duality, it talks about polarities, and how one cannot exist without the other. And we kind of get that idea as well with your Lovers card over here. Lovers is definitely a representation or symbolic of the yin yang sort of idea, where, you know, there's a masculine and a feminine, or a positive and a negative, or a dark and a light. So you guys there's definitely something to do here with the idea of dark and light, or dualities, polarities. So they could even be saying that you and your partner are opposites. You guys are complete opposites, and opposites really attract. And there's something about it that's actually really healthy and really good when it comes to you and your purpose, or your life's purpose. And underneath the deck here, we have Bridget, inspiration. Follow your passions and your urges. This is totally that Nine of Cups energy over here. And when it comes to following your passions and your urges, I also feel as though this has to do with you guys' purpose card as well. So you guys are going to, it could be Bridget or Persephone, both of them at work in your life right now as well. You guys may feel very drawn to their energy. If you don't know much about these goddesses, maybe look into them a little bit, and you might find that like you really resonate with them. And that is another big piece of evidence when it comes to trying to identify the energies at work in our life, is if you look into them and you really resonate with them. You know, they may even come to you in dreams. You may just randomly be, you know, walking around somewhere and run into a picture of them or their name or something like that. And it's those little synchronicities like that will sort of, it's the spiritual realm trying to talk to you and tell you, hey, this is what's going on in your life right now. This is a little nugget of information to confirm that this spirit or this deity or this entity or whatever it is that you want to call it is present in your life. Let me pull another card. Okay, so we have here, we also have, okay, I have to cover this up. We have Katesh, sacred lust. Really interesting because you guys have the Lovers here, and Lovers can talk about lust. It can talk about attraction, extreme, intense, passionate attraction, and not lust as in like there is, it's like, you know, it's like attraction in vain. The Lovers don't talk about that, and I feel as though this card, Katesh here, doesn't talk about lust, where it's like attraction in vain either. It does. It actually says sacred lust here. So there, you know, lust or desire, attraction, it can be sacred as well. It doesn't just have to mean like I'm only attracted to you for your looks or, you know, something physical or something external. Lust can have a deeper, more divine meaning to it as well. It's all about how we look at things, and it's all about our intentions behind what we do or what we're attracted to. And so, yeah, we have Katesh here, sacred lust. This could be another energy that is at work in your life. And underneath the deck, we also have Queen Mother Nani. liberation. So there's also these goddess energies at work in your life are also working to bring more sacred lust into your life, divine chemistry and attraction into your life, as well as even liberation, just this feeling of being free. And death card can also talk about that as well, because when we're dealing with the death card in tarot, we are dealing with the releasing of the spirit from the corporal body, from the physical realm. You know, that's what happens when something dies. That spirit, that soul, that energy is released from that physical vessel. So there is something that you guys are being liberated from when it comes to whatever's at work in your life right now. So more freedom could be coming into you guys' life, more lust, more attraction, more dark and light sort of elements here, and even inspiration. All right, and then let's just pull a final message here from the goddess energies at work in your life. But also you guys look into Queen Mother Nani and Katesh to see if you resonate with them or their energy. Okay, underneath the deck here we have Undoing. And then we have Cave that came out for you. So I'm going to read Cave out of the book. So 1 second. Okay, and the message here from this goddess energy at work in your life, it says, like all animals, there will always be times when we feel the need to retreat to our den. What I love about Cave is that this is not a reactive move. This is not because we have to go lick our wounds and heal, although sometimes that happens simultaneously. The cave is a deep instinctual calling from the belly of the being, beckoning us to return to the lap of the mother. It is here where time slows down, where all that seemed to matter fades away, and we can be present. This is a space of integration, so don't worry about doing too much here. You may feel like you need to continue pushing forward in a way, but try not to. If it's coming from a space of force, it certainly will not be beneficial in the cave. When we are called to this place, it's really in our best interest to pause all forward motion. Know that there is so much happening behind the scenes, things that you may not be able to sense, so creating the space for that to happen to conserve your energy will make the integration more profound. In a world that is constantly asking for your productivity, honoring this emptiness and unknown and rest can feel rebellious and even shame-inducing for some. If that comes up for you, this is a powerful invitation into trusting yourself to meet your needs no matter what the world around you is saying. So some of you may need a actual break right now, or some rest from pursuing, your purpose or acts of service, something like that. But with the cave here, you guys are really going through a process right now of maybe rest, healing, doing some shadow work, or maybe even an ego death, especially with this death card over here in reverse. And you guys may be eager to get back to kind of living your life and getting back to a place of like joy with this 9 of Cups over here. We have Persephone, dark and light, and it says dark on the Persephone card. A cave is pretty dark, right? So for you guys, you may be going through something that maybe is a bit dark, but not in a bad way, more just so like in a way of like dealing with your subconscious, exploring your unconscious, and you guys may be coming out of that and into the light very, very soon for this cave card to come out. But you guys may be about to come out of that and into this 9 of Cups phase here, especially with your death card in reverse and your Lover's card, Persephone, dark and light, and even the cave card talking about integration. We have Queen Mother Nani, liberation. So yeah, you guys may be about to experience the other side of that process now. But pile 1, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. All right, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards, and I'll be pulling some additional oracle cards to check out exactly what goddess is at work in your life right now and what she is working to bring in, or she's working to bring more of an abundance of something into your life. So let's get started. Very first tarot card that we have for you is Temperance. Then we have here the 9 of Pentacles. And then we have the Sun card in reverse. Right away, pile 2, your goddess has angelic energy, the goddess that is at work in your life right now. She definitely has angelic energy with this Temperance card over here. But this is also like a very luxurious goddess as well, this Nine of Pentacles, but luxurious in the way of like the earth. So this could be a goddess that's very, very associated, very close to the earth. It could even be Mother Earth coming through your reading as well. And with your sun card in reverse, this could be a goddess that is very closely associated with the moon too. But either way, pile two, what this goddess, and we'll pull some oracle cards to see if we can kind of nail down who this goddess could be. But what she's working to bring more of into your life right now, pile two, is you've got more miracles coming into your life with Temperance over here. This card represents the impossible in a lot of ways. And that's why we see like this angelic character floating while pouring water from one cup to another, and the water is flowing almost horizontally. And so in Temperance, they are bending the laws of nature. And what is nature esoterically? It is what we call natural or consider normal. It's what we are most used to. And you have Sun in reverse that was underneath the deck. So Sun in reverse, it always looks like the sun setting to me. And then in Temperance, we see a sun rising. And in Nine of Pentacles, the sun appears to be very high in the sky with it being so bright. So this is talking about a full-on cycle here, things ebbing and flowing. So this goddess could definitely have a lot to do with the moon and just going through different phases, different life phases. So this goddess may be helping you guys through different life phases right now. They may be walking with you from one phase to the next, or from one chapter to the next in your life. So this isn't like a seasonal energy. This is an energy that is they more than likely have been there for you since you've even been born. But yeah, this is like, some of you guys may resonate with feeling like you have gone through a time where the sun had set and it was dark in a part of your life, or your life in general. But there's like a new cycle emerging where the sun is rising in your life, and especially in the Nine of Pentacles area of your life, which has everything to do with your needs being met, especially financially or materially. So this card is about what you own and having more than you need. So if you were intuitively attracted to this pile, you may have gone through a rough financial patch, and now there's a Temperance miracle happening in that area of your life. This is financial healing. And because this reading is about more of something coming into your life, what more is coming in, some of you in this pile may have already started to see the signs of your finances taking a turn for the good, or this is you taking matters into your own hands and deciding to do everything in your power with Temperance over here to change your financial standing. You guys are even being you may have already done this, but this goddess here is definitely saying for you guys to, if you're comfortable with it, to work with different like spells, rituals, intention setting, manifestation when it comes to attracting more finances into your life with the Temperance card over here. Because Temperance is sort of like the higher octave of the Magician card. So when we're dealing with this energy, this can talk about really powerful spell work. So if you guys haven't already tried it, or if you haven't already did it, or if this is something you've been sort of thinking about, then there's definitely confirmation of this goddess at work in your life saying, hey, lean on your skills with energy work, or magic work, or setting intentions, or performing rituals, anything like that, to attract and bring in more money into your life, and to where it's even stabilized. So you guys may have had some issues in the past with money sort of ebbing and flowing, cycling in and out of your life. And so this goddess energy is also saying to rely on magic, to rely on energy work, to stabilize your finances, to bring more of it in, and to keep more of it coming in, where it stabilizes, where it's not ebbing and flowing, it's not coming in and then leaving out. So again, this is more financial healing coming into your life, with this Temperance being known as the card of healing. It's also the card of renewal or resurrection, since it comes directly after the Death card. And so some of you may have been drawn to pile one as well. And with the Nine of Pentacles, I'm also hearing some of you say, I didn't know it would turn out like this. So this could be one large like deposit, or a lump sum of money, or a brand new job opportunity, or just things really picking up at work. This could even be like maybe a promotion, or you guys getting like a pay raise or something like that. And again, that is that sort of goddess energy at work in your life. And she's also telling you guys, if you're comfortable with it, and if this is something that you've already been thinking about, then this is just confirmation of you guys performing some sort of energy work to attract more money into your life. But you will see the type of turnaround where there's so much relief, because in Temperance, which again comes after death, they have released their corporal or their physical body. And that means the heaviness that was weighing them down in the physical natural realm has been lifted off of them. Translating that into your reading, there was a level of heaviness in some area of your life, specifically your finances for many of you. And this is relief of a financial burden. And there's also more joy coming in, personal joy. And you guys in this pile, you may see it as though like you can't be happy unless you are in a specific place financially. Some people can live comfortably at different financial levels, but for you guys, you like living a certain way. It's very clear here with your Nine of Pentacles. You like the finer things, or just living a high quality lifestyle and not worrying about, or maybe not worrying about money. And that costs money to maintain. It costs to not have to worry about money. It costs to live a high quality lifestyle or to enjoy the finer things. And you might not feel like your best self when you are not able to provide a certain quality to your life. So with the Nine of Pentacles, there's more high quality things coming into your life as well, like material things, clothes, home, decor, food, experiences, travel even. Nine of Pentacles lives a type of life that you have to pay for in very many ways. And in some ways you don't. Like, for example, growing your own garden. That's going to grow the best herbs or flowers that you cannot buy anywhere else. But there's also things money helps to secure as well. And that's what I'm saying more of, like, come into your life. Also, for some of you, you may have been feeling like you want to maybe plant a garden, or maybe grow your own food or something like that, or get into more nature activities, or maybe even like homesteading, something like that. If so, that's again this goddess energy trying to get even closer to you. Like I said, this goddess is very, very closely associated with the earth. So this could even be like Mother Earth coming through for you guys. For someone that's been asking the universe to help provide a way for more time off, you're also getting that prayer answered. And in the Nine of Pentacles, I just heard someone say, I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor. Like, you don't feel like you get to enjoy the things that you have worked for. It's like you work really hard, you make a lot of money, but it's like in order to maintain that, you got to keep working. It's like you don't have enough time to enjoy the things that you're being blessed with, or the things that you can afford. And it's like somebody working on vacation, for instance. You may want to be able to take time off and spend time with loved ones, or traveling, or, alone, or resting, or in a creative space. But whatever this is, you want more free time, and more of that is coming in for those of you that have been craving that. And there's also a health journey here between your Nine of Pentacles to your Sun in reverse. And while some of you feel like you can't even afford to live a healthier lifestyle, so more health is coming in, as well as more results for those of you that have been working towards a healthier lifestyle. You will see the results of that soon. And for those of you in this pile that have been trying to make a way for someone else with Temperance over here, you have been working hard to make an easier path for maybe like your family or your children or people from your community. You might not see this soon, but just know that you are making a difference, because I'm hearing your guides say to tell you, or this goddess energy tell you, that your work has made a difference, and it's going to continue to make a difference. Okay, so let's start grabbing a couple of oracle cards here to see where else this goddess energy is at work in your life. Okay, denial and forgiveness both flipped out. Underneath the deck here we have regret. Hold on, let me make sure that these are your cards, because they both fell out. Let's just check, or let me check. Okay, both of these cards are yours. Balance is underneath the deck now. We had regret, I believe, underneath the deck somewhere. But yeah, so we have forgiveness and denial that came out for you guys. So especially with forgiveness and denial, this looks as though forgiveness is attached to your Temperance card. Denial is attached to your Sun in reverse. Oh, I forgot to read them. Forgiveness here says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And then denial over here says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So with denial, like I was saying, is very connected to your sun in reverse card, because the sun, what is the sun? It's extremely bright star. It's the brightest thing in our solar system, right? And so for the sun to be in reverse, this is talking about that brightness going away or that brightness dimming. And when we're dealing esoterically with brightness or things that are really lit up, we're dealing with awareness, we're dealing with enlightenment, clarity, we're dealing with what we can see. So in reverse, this could talk about things that we aren't seeing or don't want to see with the denial card over here. And this is why I feel as though this denial card is connected to your sun in reverse. So there could be something that you guys are fearing, and this goddess in your life is trying to help you guys replace that fear with the insight of awareness, like it says right here in your denial card. So she's definitely trying to bring a sense of power and empowerment into your life, a sense of like more power coming into your life with this denial card over here. So wherever it is that you guys are dealing with denial, you're dealing with not wanting to see something, trying to avoid things, sort of like triggering your fight or flight response. This goddess energy is definitely at work in your life with that. And then we have here forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. This again is totally connected to this temperance card. So you guys may notice as well that this goddess energy is maybe trying to encourage you guys to forgive or let something go somewhere. And you know, forgiveness, it has to happen on our own terms and in our own time. So don't feel like it's something that you need to force, because you can't force it anyways. Forgiveness, like in order for it to be effective, it has to be genuine, it has to be true, it has to be sincere, and that takes time. It's a whole process that comes with forgiveness. That means you may have to go through your different stages of grief, or being angry, or, you know, being resentful, or I think resentment was underneath the deck with this pile for you, or with these cards for you guys. So you guys may be shuffling through a lot of different emotions. And like we were talking about when I was just checking out you guys' tarot cards, you guys are going through some sort of cycle here, where it's like the sun is setting and then it's coming back up. And as you guys are going through some sort of cycle here, ebbing and flowing, maybe through some sort of a process, some sort of an emotional process. And you guys may be working through forgiveness. It may be something that you guys feel like you need help with. And this is what this goddess energy is here to help you guys with as well. And like we were talking about your temperance card, this is the card of healing. So there could be totally some emotional healing, some healing within a connection or a relationship of yours, where you guys are able to forgive each other. You're able to forgive them, or vice versa. They're able to forgive you. So this is another thing that this goddess energy is working on in your life. Now let's start pulling some cards here to see. We have here Hebe, inner child. So this goddess could be at work in your life. And underneath the deck, we have Kamrusepa, I believe, release. And this release is definitely talking about your temperance card. But Hebe, inner child, says, rediscover the simple pleasures of life. Take the time to reconnect with your youth. And the sun card also can talk about you know, youth and joy and vitality, things like that, especially with there being a baby on the front of the sun card here. So you guys could be doing some inner child work as well. And this may be why you guys are going through this healing, you know, process, or this healing time with temperance over here. And so your inner child may be going through a very, very intense process or experience of healing, of feeling healed, with this inner child card over here. So this goddess at work in your life, she is definitely working on healing your inner child, maybe even mothering you in certain ways. And then we have here Kamrusepa, release. I dissolve negative and self-limiting beliefs from my body, mind, and spirit. Some of you guys may even feel like you have to sort of forgive yourself. And this goddess here, she's actually holding some sound bowls. So you guys may notice in this pile that sound is extremely effective for you. It is something that has really deep impacts on you, where you sort of feel as though something is lifted from your being, or from your body, or from your energy, from your spirit. So definitely look into sound healing as well, because with sound bowls, they send different vibrations into different parts of our body to sort of trigger that kind of like healing response. So look into Kamrusepa and Hebe. You guys may notice that if you look into these goddesses, that you really resonate with them, their energy, their spirit, their stories. And if so, there's just confirmation that they are definitely at work in your life. Okay, so we have here Queen Nandi, intuition, and Mom Lambo, self-sabotage. And underneath the deck, we have Aunt Nancy, betrayal. Okay, and with your forgiveness card over here, and then temperance, healing, and the sun in reverse, and then denial, and release inner child. You guys have been going through a rough patch in terms of maybe feeling like you have been betrayed, with the self-sabotage, like I was just talking about. Some of you guys may feel as though you need to forgive yourself. So you guys may be sort of coming out of a space where you're not self-sabotaging, because self-sabotage is totally a trauma response, in my personal opinion. We self-sabotage a lot especially when we don't feel like deserving of good things, or, or we're suffering from low self-esteem, or we're suffering from pain. And so with self-sabotage here, this goddess at work in your life is working to help you guys heal from any sort of place where you have been betrayed, or you feel as though you've betrayed yourself, or others have betrayed you or really, really hurt you in that way. She's helping to heal you guys from that. So you guys aren't self-sabotaging, so you aren't interfering with your own progress and your own blessings and your own happiness. And then with Queen Nandi, intuition, there is this intuition card is saying that the goddess at work in your life, she speaks to you intuitively, she speaks to you in gut feelings, and you guys may notice that you can sort of sense her if you get really still, if you choose to meditate and sort of get to yourself, or you have some alone time or some quiet time, you may be able to actually feel or sense this goddess presence or this goddess energy. With intuition over here, she speaks to you guys all the time through your intuition, but you may be ignoring it or self-sabotaging your own intuitive voice. But make sure that you guys give yourself space and room to allow your intuition to work in your life. And then with betrayal underneath the deck, this may be what you guys have been working through, healing from, or forgiving. You guys have been in denial that someone or something had betrayed you. And again, this is a part of the healing process here. Like I said, you guys are sort of going through some sort of cycle here where it's like the sun has set and now it's starting to come back up, or the sun may be setting in some area of your life for you guys where you just feel as though this is a dark situation or dark experience. And if so, again, that's just more confirmation that this goddess is really near and dear to you guys, and she is helping you through some sort of betrayal or some sort of self-sabotage or some sort of situation that feels dark. She's going to help you guys to forgive it. She's going to help you guys to get out of this denial. She's going to help you guys to release this, with release over here and the Temperance card, Sun in reverse. And so you guys are going to get back to a space where you feel fulfilled, you feel honored, you feel worthy, especially with your Nine of Pentacles over here in the middle of your reading, which can also allude to feelings of self-worth or self-esteem, self-value, things like that. And then a final message for my pile twos. Okay, the card that flipped out is Passage. Underneath that, we have Void. And underneath the deck for you guys, we have Unearth. So I'm going to read Passage out of the book for you guys. Okay, and Passage here says, finally we see some progress. After being on the roller coaster for a bit and likely even wondering if it is all worth it, we finally notice that we have made some progress. And this is real progress. This is not about having clarity. It is not about feeling better for a few moments or having a big realization or understanding. It is not fleeting. Instead, it actually feels tangible and stable. This kind of reminds me of the message that came through looking at you guys' Temperance and Nine of Pentacles, that this goddess is also working in your life to stabilize you guys' finances too, because it talks about something feeling tangible and stable with this Passage card. But it says something interesting about Passage is that we often notice that things we hadn't been working on have also shifted into a healthier or more empowering way. Like I said, this goddess energy really wants to work to bring more power, more feelings of empowerment into you guys' life. And it says, maybe you notice behaviors from others that you could tolerate before, you can't anymore. This is totally that self-sabotage or that betrayal card, forgiveness, denial over here. And it says maybe you are keeping things cleaner or taking care of yourself differently. Maybe you just feel more joyful. Sun card in reverse. It says perhaps you've noticed that the heavy anxiety you've carried for many years is not as present. This is that Temperance card. It says whatever it is, you can feel it within you. No matter how small it is, truly a flashing neon sign that what you are doing is working. These steps steps will keep you grounded in the process as you move forward. In future dark moments, you will be able to look back to this passage and trust the process in a whole new way. This is an incredible card to pull. Bask in this moment as much as you can. So you guys are passing through this experience. If something has been difficult, if something has been hard for you, you guys are passing through this, whether it's just been a personally difficult moment, or maybe you guys have been dealing with like finances being rough, ebbing and flowing, coming in, going out, things being unstable. You guys are passing through that right now. Like I was saying, you guys are going through an entire cycle of something ebbing and flowing. So now it's about to finally stabilize, and you guys are going to feel, you guys are also going to see that reflected in your life, because this is another thing that this goddess energy is working on for you guys. So make sure that you look into the goddess Hebe, Mamlambo, I believe, Queen Nandi, or Kamrusepa. I don't know how to say these names, but definitely look into them to see if you guys resonate with them. But other than that, pile 2, this is all that I'm saying for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye. All right, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards, and I'll be pulling some additional oracle cards to check out what goddess is currently at work in your life right now and what she's working to bring into your life. So let's get started. The very first tarot card that we have here is the Star, and I have to cover her up because YouTube does not like any sort of nudity. So 1 second. Then the next card that I have here is the Emperor. And then finally we have the Lovers. Also have to cover that up. So pile 3, you guys have all major arcana cards with the Star, Emperor, and the Lovers over here. The first thing that I'm sort of feeling is you guys know the saying, you can't love anyone else until you love yourself, or someone else can't love you until you love yourself, kind of something like that. That is sort of what I'm seeing between these 3 cards here, with Star showing up for herself. This is like the card of standing back up after a really difficult moment. Emperor is the card of rulership, leadership, someone that holds themselves in very high regards. And then the Lovers is the card of like basically love, or finding that counterpart, finding that soulmate, that just partner in life. And so I kind of feel as though there is a kind of process happening here where maybe you guys are starting to get back up or starting to stand back up. Maybe you are being more vocal, standing up for yourself, letting your expectations be known, and you guys are carrying yourself with a lot more respect, or maybe dignity, or something like that with the Emperor card. And it kind of leads you to this perfect counterpart, whether this Lovers card is talking about like a person, or, in my personal opinion, I believe like we can have soulmates can show up in any sort of form. It can show up in the form of like, your career. It can feel like a soulmate. It can feel like the perfect, it can feel like a partner in life for you, because it's that perfect career for you. It's that perfect match of a career for you. So this could be you guys finally aligning with the right things, the right people, the right places, right experiences in your life, because you have started to invest more into yourself with the Star and this Emperor card over here. So this goddess at work in your life is helping you guys to do that as well. But there's more honesty and loyalty as well overall coming into your life that this goddess is helping to bring into your life. People and opportunities that respect where you've come from and what you have accomplished with the Star here. There's more of that coming into your life. This is also people and situations that want to build with you. They want to see you continue to succeed. These are people that want to protect what you have built and how far you have come just as much as you do. And they want to preserve your progress, your mental health, your peace. They don't want to disturb that. Not that they could, but they want to be a part of your future in some capacity. They want to be a part of your health and your overall like well-being. So there's more understanding here for those of you that have said like, I just wish I had people in my life that got it, or that had my back, that understood me, that can meet me where I'm at, or are on similar journeys and also have something to protect that is totally happening. Also with the Emperor here, for those of you that are clairaudient, and clairaudience means like clear hearing, you have the gift of audibly detecting the presence of the spiritual realm. So for those of you with that gift, you will be hearing more of what you might describe as like God's voice or this goddess's voice here. And this is more messages coming in, more downloads. You haven't always understood your downloads, maybe pile 3. And your reading here is saying that there will be a lot more clarity in terms of the information coming to you from the spiritual realm. So this is more like cohesive messages and information that you won't have to spend so much time deciphering or waiting to see what's going to happen. Your spiritual abilities are going to increase, or they will essentially kind of like tighten up where they're easier to work with. And so for those of you currently working to repair something, it could be anything. Maybe you're trying to repair your family or a relationship or your home or your health, fill in the blank, but you will receive more assistance when it comes to rebuilding something that was broken with the Star card over here. Some of you, especially with the Lovers here, have felt like you were in a partnership by yourself because it's like your partner has been sitting back watching you do maybe all the heavy lifting, and it's caused a lot of distance here, feelings of like neglect with this Emperor. Emperor is saying for those of you in that situation that one person has had to step up and do everything by themselves, there may have been like a reluctant sense of independence where you wish this other partner could help you carry some of the weight. And it's the Emperor that someone has had to rule or carry the entire empire on their back. And it's caused distance because the Emperor can cause resentment because the Emperor is a calling, right? It's like a calling to lead. It's a calling to rule. And sometimes that can cause a lot of resentment, especially if that calling comes in before we're necessarily ready or prepared, especially if we're not interested in ruling and leading to this degree when it comes to the Emperor. The Emperor is like, it's a very high calling because it's even over, a king. And so this can cause a bit of resentment. If this is something that we didn't sign up for, that we weren't ready for, that we were left alone to deal with, because the Emperor, he has a counterpart called the Empress, and we have the Lovers over here, meaning that there is supposed to be someone beside you helping you to rule in a way where you have that support. You have that equal in your life that is supporting you. And like I said, even if that Lover card is showing up as like the perfect career, you have that perfect career in your life that brings you so much joy and fulfillment and money and finances that it's able to support you and to support your life. So when that is missing, it's difficult to feel properly supported or stable, because it's like we're carrying too much. We're carrying more than we're meant to. So for you guys, if you're feeling like that, if you're feeling like a sense of negligence or loneliness or, whatever it may be, more partnership is coming in for you. There's less loneliness here. And as you can see in both the Emperor and the Star card, these characters, they are alone. And then we have the Lovers card for you here. So this is a divine union, and you are about to meet someone, or maybe even a community, who has always been a part of your path, but you guys hadn't reached each other just yet. And that is happening very soon. That's something that this goddess energy is helping to bring into you guys' life. There's more of a sense of togetherness coming in for you, pile 3. It's faded. And with this Lovers card here, there's also more instances of you being in the right place at the right time, with the stars aligning with the Star card over here. It's like there's more fate or destiny coming in. Faded meetings, faded experiences, faded partnerships, a lot of coincidental situations coming in for you, pile 3, that this goddess energy is at work she's at work on in your life. And you will know that it has been divinely planned, because the circumstances will be way too connected and way too synchronized, way too coincidental for it to be anything else. There's also more security and independence coming in for you guys as well. So let's start grabbing some oracle cards to see what else this goddess is working on in your life. We have here empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. And then underneath the deck here, we have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. This health card is connected to your Star card over here, and empathy is totally connected to you guys' Lovers card over here. So with health and empathy, I kind of feel like if we combine both of these cards or both of their energies, this is talking about the health of a connection, where you are able to feel more connected to someone or something in your life, where you feel a deeper sense of empathy, or you are starting to feel as though like, wow, like my partner finally understands me. They finally hear me. I think I even mentioned that we were just looking at you guys' tarot cards, that you guys may have said, I wish I had someone in my life that just got it, or that understood me, or that heard me, or could see me, something like that. I think I said, this is totally that empathy card coming in. Again, this is what this goddess is at work at in your life, is bringing in someone that is empathic, or creating more empathy in your life and in your connections, where you feel seen, you feel heard, and both parties feel that. And so this is going to really increase the health of those connections and of those relationships, because again, you're going to feel supported. So this is totally, more of that empathy coming in that this goddess energy is working on for you. And not only is it going to better the health of those connections, it's going to better your health as well, pile 3, because a lot of you, again, you kind of feel alone a little bit. That's just sort of what I keep picking up with your star card, or it could be your emperor card over here. You guys may feel very alone. And when we're dealing with loneliness, I think it was like the Surgeon General that said something like loneliness is an epidemic, and it's causing a lot of like health issues for people. But my point in saying that is that loneliness can actually affect our physical health, and the status of our relationships, or the quality of our relationships, can affect our overall quality of life and our health. So for you guys, this goddess energy is also working on you guys' health as well, your mental health, emotional health, your physical health, your spiritual health even. And so, she's definitely helping you guys to kind of get back on your feet somewhere with the star card over here, and to make you feel more settled, more stable, healthier, and more connected too. So if you guys have been feeling disconnected, dissociated, she's also working on that in your life as well. Let's start grabbing some goddess cards here, see what we get. Okay, so we have here surrender, a knot. Then we have Aphrodite, feminine power. Underneath the deck here, we have Circe, willpower. It says, my will alone is strong enough to carry me towards my dreams and beyond. Yeah, this is totally that star card energy. She relies on her willpower to get back up after going through the Tower card. And we also have over here that flipped out for you, we have a knot, surrender. When I let go the reins of control, I thrive. And then we have here Aphrodite, feminine power. I embrace my sensuality and deepen my inner love. I seek the beauty in everything. So you guys are, this goddess energy in your life could totally be either Aphrodite or a knot, or who's that underneath the deck, or Circe. So totally look into them, maybe do a little research on these goddesses if you haven't already, and you may find that you resonate with them. If you do, that's just further confirmation that these energies, these goddess energies, are at work in your life. But it's interesting that with the not surrender, it says, when I let go of the reins of control, I thrive. And that's kind of what we can sort of see with the Lover's card, because with the Emperor card, he's in total control. That's why he's holding this globe and this scepter in his hand, as to say he is the ruler, he is the leader, right? So everything ultimately it comes back to him. And it says, when I let go of the reins of control, I thrive. In order to be in a partnership or in a union, like with the Lover's card, we have to learn how to step back and allow space for another person. We have to learn how to release those reins of control, where we're the only ones that's in control, because we're no longer just like an individual. Like now we are a part of a pair or a part of a union. And so this is also this goddess coming through in you guys' life, this goddess energy in your life, whether it's a not Aphrodite, Circe or not, or some other goddess energy. They are also trying to encourage you guys to release so much control. So if you have felt like you've had to really, and I think, we definitely talked about that when I was just looking at you guys' tarot cards. You guys may feel as though you have had to handle everything on your own. You may feel like you've been neglected by a partner or by your support system, and like you've had to deal with everything by yourself, like you've had to carry everything on your own back. And so for you guys, it's going to be about when that help comes in, when more help comes into your life, you may you may have to adjust a little bit in terms of kind of releasing those reins of control, because it may be like such a new experience to have someone in your life that wants to help. So definitely make sure that you guys are surrendering to this new partnership or community or whatever it is that comes into your life, this lover's energy that comes into your life to help you guys. And with Aphrodite feminine power, this is talking about for my pile threes, you guys are about to, this goddess energy is helping you guys move into a more feminine space where you feel like you can surrender, where you feel like you can release the reins of control, where you feel as though you can trust this other person or partner or situation in your life. Like you don't have to be completely in control and always on edge and always dealing with things on your own. So it's like you guys are about to move into a space where you're experiencing having a soft life with this Aphrodite feminine power over here. When we are totally embracing our feminine power, there is power in sensuality, there is power in sensitivity, there is power in empathy, there is power in releasing control and surrender. So you guys will be moving into a different sense of power, or a different type of power that this goddess energy is really helping you guys to connect to. Let's see what other goddess energies we get for you. We have here Nundi, I believe, truth. And also this was underneath the deck. And then also we have here Bokomu, I believe, soul forgiveness. So with this Nundi truth card over here, I feel as though you guys may be going through like a lot of reflection right now, just maybe trying to figure out where you guys can surrender or release some control. Maybe there has been another person or situation in your life that has kind of brought things up for you that has made you sort of reflect and go, do I do that? Is this something that I need to work on? Is this something that I, need to be more aware of? So I feel as though this could be something that's happening in your life right now or will be happening soon. And this goddess energy that's at work in your life, she wants you guys to also, reflect on a situation where it's like, where can I release some control? Where can I move more into my feminine power? Where do I need to enact more empathy? Where do I need to improve my health? Where do I need to make changes or make improvements? And with Bokomu soul forgiveness, there's going to be a deep shift that you guys feel like in your soul, in your spirit. And it could be you guys making that really beautiful, drastic shift into feminine power, especially if you've been used to having to rely on your masculine energy to really get through life and to survive certain things. And then let's pull. Okay, so balance was the card that instantly flipped over for you guys. These other two cards I'm going to show you as well, but I'm not going to keep them out because they stayed face down. But we have here return and Astra. It's interesting how there's like hands on both of these cards too. And then underneath the deck here, we have resigned. And Boundless says, while there is no arrival with Boundless, it can feel like an arrival. Although we've been working towards the darkness, the uncertainty, the struggle, it has all gotten us to this point, and it was all worth it. Now we feel the true vastness of our potential. We have found a peace that we haven't experienced yet, a steadfastness we didn't know we had, truly a boundlessness. This card is a signal to dream further than you have before. What is this new you envisioning? Sounds kind of a lot like this Nundi truth that we talked about with this reflection here, or reflecting. And it says, how do you want to show up? With Boundless, we get to set our sights on new horizons and to know without a doubt it is possible. And pile 3, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. All right, pile 4, welcome to your reading. So I actually wasn't going to do a pile 4, but I decided to add this pile to today's reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards. Then I'll be pulling some additional oracle cards to check out what goddess energy is currently at work in your life and what she is working to bring into your life. So let's get started with your tarot cards. Okay, so the card that we have for you is the Queen of Swords. And underneath the deck here, we have the Two of Pentacles. So with this Queen of Swords right here for you, pile 4, the goddess energy that is at work in your life, she is very blunt to the point. She speaks with a very matter-of-fact sort of tone. And this energy, she is very sharp when it comes to the intuitive kind of messages or information that she gives you. It's like she may not spare your feelings when it comes to her revealing certain things around you, revealing certain information. So maybe like in you guys' dreams, like you may have dreamt of, or like actually like seen or had a vision of people in your life, certain conversations that they're having, or certain ways that they actually feel. And it may, the truth may come through in such a way that it feels blunt, or maybe it feels a little abrasive with the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords can totally give that energy. But at the same time too, I feel like you guys are also the type of people that's like, even if it hurts or even if it bothers me, I'd rather have the truth, with this Queen of Swords energy right here. And this is why you guys have attracted or have that goddess energy in your life, because you guys have a similar mindset, more than likely, when it comes to dealing with the truth or dealing with information where it's like, I just want to know, forget my feelings. I'd rather know what's actually going on in my life. And so that's the first thing that's kind of coming through here with the goddess energy at work in your life, is she's very similar to you guys, just when it comes to communication. Maybe even your style of communication is a bit blunt. You may have heard people tell you that before, like, like, damn, that kind of hurt my feelings. Like, did you have to say it like that? Or did you have to be so blunt? Or did you have to be so honest? And you guys may not even notice that you're kind of like that. Some of you guys, you may have very strong, not Aries, but Aquarius energy in your chart. You may have strong Aries energy too, in your chart. You may have Mercury in Aries or in Aquarius in your chart. You don't have to have those placements for this reading to apply to you, but yeah, you could. Because Queen of Swords, she definitely has like BDE, okay, like BD energy. When it comes to the Queen of Swords, she's just someone that she's unapologetic, and she doesn't do it to be cruel. That's just how she operates her life, is with honesty and truthfulness and transparency. What she's working on bringing into you guys' life, or more of what she's working on bringing into you guys' life, is detachment. Because the Queen of Swords, she wields a sword, right? And what do we do with swords? We chop things up with swords, or we divide things up with swords, because it cuts through things. And so this goddess energy in your life, she's actually working on helping you guys detach. She's actually working on freeing you guys in a way. So some of you guys, if you were intuitively drawn to this pile, you may have been struggling lately with just feeling, I don't want to use the word addicted. That's a strong word. Maybe some of you would describe yourself in that way, where it's like, I've been feeling addicted lately to, I don't know, let's say, for example, like work. Maybe you've been feeling like you work too much, or maybe you've been feeling like you can't let go of a certain relationship, or a certain food, or alcohol, or spending money. Like, there's something that you guys may have been struggling to gain some sort of control of, or maybe you've been struggling to cut something out of your life that you need to cut out of your life. Because with this Two of Pentacles over here, this is talking about, like, as you guys can see, this is talking about sort of like a connection, because as you can see, these two pentacles, they're connected in this sort of like infinity symbol that this character is holding. And so this sort of feels like, and then the Two of Pentacles cards, they talk about money, they can talk about finances, but what the Pentacles cards actually talk about in general is just the material realm, the physical realm, things like that. It also talks about esteem and value, and the value that we place on things, or that we place on ourselves. So for you guys, I feel as though was a very strong identity or attachment to, you guys were heavily attached to something in your life, and you may have forgotten that you don't necessarily need this thing. You don't need it to be happy. You don't need it to feel secure. You don't need it to have or feel or experience fill in the blanks. So for you guys, it's like this goddess energy. She wants to help you guys sort of like reclaim your power, and by stripping something away from you, or stripping you away from something, so you realize again that you don't need it. Because again, it's like some of you may want to sort of like abstain for something. You may be trying to, again, like cut something out of your life, or get rid of something from your life, because you don't like feeling dependent on it. And that's what this Two of Pentacles, it feels like I'm dependent on this. I need this. And you guys don't like that feeling of thinking that you need something. This goddess energy is also trying to lift the veil on something that has strings attached somewhere. So there could be some sort of situation that you guys will learn about, especially with this upcoming, she's just showing me right now, this upcoming Mercury retrograde season. Mercury is about to go retrograde. What day is Mercury going retrograde? Hold on. We just talked about this on Patreon. Mercury will be going retrograde in Virgo on the day of the Leo new moon, August 4th, and it will station direct later on in the month, August 27th. With this upcoming Mercury retrograde season, there's going to come some sort of realization or revelation is that something or someone they're coming with some sort of, I don't know if baggage is the right word, but they're coming with something that they're not necessarily being upfront with. And this Mercury retrograde season is going to be so revealing for you guys, where there's a lot of people's motives or intentions that sort of get unveiled, or they get revealed to you, and they could get revealed like in a dream or something like that. But more than likely, this is going to be very clear information coming through to you guys with this Queen of Swords over here. It's going to be something where it's like somebody slips up and admits something, or they tell you the truth, or, you know, you see something or you hear something. It's like, it's some sort of irrefutable truth that you guys are going to end up seeing during this Mercury retrograde season. And it's going to help you guys to be more decisive, or be able to, you know, actually cut ties with something or with someone, just because there's some hidden things kind of going on in you guys' life right now. And again, this goddess energy at work in your life, she's working to bring more transparency into your life, more honesty, more clarity, more truth, more sincerity. So you guys are working with people and situations that are like you. They're straightforward, they're candid, they're open. So this goddess energy at work in your life, she's working to bring in more people, situations, experiences that are frank, they're open, they're direct. And this is bringing in situations too that aren't trying to get something out of you as well. I don't know why that's coming through with your Two of Pentacles, but there's something about some of you that were intuitively drawn to this pile, you may feel like you've been dealing with people or situations where they don't tell you their true intentions up front because they're trying to get something out of you, and they're scared maybe that you won't, that you won't be accessible, or that you won't give them something if they tell you the truth. And she is working to actually uncover all those sort of secrets. It's not like necessarily like secrets or bad secrets. It's just more so like people that they're not as honest and transparent and as open as you. These are people or situations that are too worried about what they can get out of situations, sort of Seven of Swords type of idea. And so this goddess energy is working to bring more like direct people, situations, energies into your life. And as well as she's working to make people and situations more accountable in your life as well, especially if you guys have felt like you've been dealing with people or situations that, maybe they try to place the blame on everything, on everything else or everyone else. And like, you're the only person that's been accountable. You're the only one that's been like mature and maybe you've been trying to pull the truth out of people or waiting for the truth to come out. So definitely something around Mercury retrograde is going to get revealed for my pile 4 people. And this goddess energy at work in your life is going to be sort of exposing people and situations left and right during that Mercury retrograde time. So definitely watch out for that. All right, pile 4, sorry, I had to run out real quick, but let's see what other situations this goddess energy is working on in your life. Okay, so we have pride that turned over, and then we have worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, and then pride, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So wherever you guys are dealing with some sort of worry, concern, anxiety, this goddess energy is at work on that situation in your life. So that it says here, I'm learning that worry does not change an outcome. So this is like a a loss or a waste of energy. And so this goddess energy in your life, she's helping you guys to not spend so much time, not spend so much energy worrying about things that you can't control or that you cannot change, worrying about certain issues and certain factors. And that could even be why as well, I kind of, she showed me Mercury retrograde being a time of a lot of revelations and a lot of realizations and a lot of epiphanies and a lot of truths coming out, because maybe you guys have been worried, or maybe you guys have been worried about the truth, or maybe you guys have been worried about not seeing the entire reality of a situation, not seeing the entire truth of a situation. But these are things to not worry about. These are things that this goddess energy in your life is actually handling for you. And then with pride over here, it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. This is this goddess energy at work in your life with this pride card over here, helping you guys to extend grace where you can. And with it saying, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And you guys may not have an issue with pride at all. You guys may not struggle with like loving yourself or having confidence, or, and maybe that's something that you guys have been working on for a long time, is developing a better sense of self, or a better relationship with yourself. And so for you guys, she's going to also be helping you guys to extend grace where you can, extend grace to yourself if that's something that you've been working on. If you guys have felt maybe a low sense of esteem or self-esteem, something like that, especially with the Two of Pentacles, like we talked about, Pentacles cards can talk about like self-esteem, self-value, self-worth, things like that. For you guys that have struggled with, feelings of high self-esteem versus low self-esteem, she is going to be helping bring a sense of pride into you guys' life. And it could come as well with you guys being able to cut the cord to something in your life, to be able to detach from something and live without something, and realizing like, wow, I can actually do this. I don't actually need something. And it's going to be able to sort of cut that anchor, cut that baggage, cut that weight off of you, where you're not feeling so burdened, or you're not feeling so dependent on, this other thing or situation or person in your life to feel a sense of pride, or to feel a high sense of self-value and self-worth. Let's grab some other cards here to see what goddesses could be at work in your life. Okay, the card that flipped over, we have here Hera, resilience, obstacles or preparation for greater accomplishment. And then underneath the deck here, we have Lakshmi, abundance, be open to receiving. So these goddesses could definitely be the energies at work in your life right now, Lakshmi and Hera. Make sure that you guys are actually researching these goddesses if you have not already, and you may find that you resonate with them. If you do, that's just further confirmation that these goddesses are very close to you, they're connected to you, they are at work in your life. But even if you don't resonate with these goddesses, or these specific goddesses are not around you right now, the goddess presence or the goddess energies around you, they are working to bring in abundance and to help you guys with a sense of resilience, especially when it comes to pride and worry over here. You guys may be worried about something, but this goddess energy is helping to empower you guys, or to sort of lend you some strength to get through some sort of an obstacle or situation. Like it says, obstacles or preparation for greater accomplishment. So you guys may be very focused right now. And this Queen of Swords could be talking about focus as well, for this Hera resilience card to come out, talking about you guys are being prepared for a greater accomplishment. You guys may be very focused right now with this Queen of Swords, and that may be why you guys are actually trying to cut certain things, situations, or people out of your life, so you can stay focused on the task at hand, so you guys can move towards some sort of goal that you're trying to accomplish, or some sort of obstacle that you're trying to get through, or some sort of challenge that you're trying to face. And with Lakshmi, abundance over here, be open to receiving. There's some sort of blessings definitely coming into your life. This goddess energy is working to bring more blessings into your life, more abundance as well into your life. And it could be with whatever sort of like resilient, whatever sort of obstacle you guys are working through. Once you guys come out on the other side of that, you may notice there's a lot of blessings and a lot of abundance for you. And this may be why you guys feel as though like right now, I just need to stay focused on what it is that I'm trying to do, because I'm trying to either get through this, or I'm trying to, there's something that I'm trying to bring into my life. So we have here Sache grounding that was underneath the deck. And then we also have Inko Sazana, I believe, celestial alignment. So these are another couple of goddess energies that may be at work in your life as well. But either way, this goddess energy is working to ground you guys. This goddess energy is trying to help you guys stay centered, stay stable, to get grounded, to be grounded through some sort of situation. So you're not dealing with so much worry over here, because we worry when we are not grounded. When we're grounded, it's much easier for us to feel a sense of security and a sense of stability, and like everything's going to be fine no matter what sort of circumstances I'm looking at right now. So it's like your sense of security is not circumstantial. It's not dependent upon, again, it's not dependent, Two of Pentacles right here, upon whatever is happening in your life or happening around you. So that's another thing this goddess energy is bringing into you guys' life, is a lot more ease when it comes to being grounded, and even celestial alignment. So you guys are going to notice that you feel way more aligned to maybe the truth or people in your life or situations, whatever it may be. You guys are going to feel more aligned, but also too, what I'm picking up with the celestial alignment is intentions. You guys intentionally connecting to certain things, people, places, experiences, opportunities with this Two of Pentacles. This is why you guys are going through a process right now of detaching and cutting things out of your life, so you can align to the right things, the things that are meant for you and meant for your path. And then a final message here from your goddess energy. We have Return, and underneath the deck we have Labyrinth. So I'm going to read Return out of the book. And Return says, with Return, our progress comes into sharp focus, and it's usually more than we even realized. Return is when we find ourselves back in situations that would trigger old cycles, reactions, and wounds. This is why you guys are going through this detachment process. It says, but now it feels different. In undoing, we are visiting these spaces and realizing there's more work to be done. In return, we visit and realize that we are free. This could look like being around family and seeing that despite them creating the same drama or issues trying to pull you in, you don't feel the same way you used to. Yeah, you guys are really shedding something here, or detaching from something. It says you don't notice the passive aggression. You don't care what they are thinking or wanting from you, because you are no longer aligned, just like it says celestial alignment right here, with their dynamic. It says this neutrality can help us cultivate compassion and empathy for people who we once resented and triggered us. Return is a card that honors your progress and asks you to do the same. Just like it says in Pride, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So this is totally something that this goddess energy is helping you guys with. But pile 4, this is all that I'm saying for you guys. I'm so happy that I actually did you guys' pile. It just felt right. It felt like it was necessary. But other than that, let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.